Good day, Sir Alan D. Balangan. So, today, I'm gonna discuss a video presentation, same as the last time. This was a subject of physical activity towards health and fitness, or in short, PATFIT 1, a movement, a capacity training. So, this video presentation, same as the last time, it consists of the 6 parts, which is number 1 is the introduction, overview, explanation, subject, or explain your subject. Number 4 is the discussion and the points. And number 5 is the conclusion, and number 6 the bibliography. So let's proceed to the introduction of the subject. Okay, did you know that regular physical activity can add up to 7 years to your life? It is not just about living longer. It is about living better. So PATFIT 1 is your roadmap to a healthier, more fulfilling life through a transformative power of movement. Okay. So we're not just talking about the exercise, we're talking about the embracing lifestyle. We're talking about embracing a lifestyle that prioritizes movement. PATFIT 1 is not just about reaching fitness goals. It is about unlocking your full potential physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, this presentation will explore the science behind physical activity, discover different types of movement, and create a personalized plan to help you achieve your fitness goals. We also address common barriers and provide resources to support your PATFIT journey. So, okay, that's the introduction, and we will proceed to the overview. Okay. Overview. Outline the key areas that we'll cover in this presentation. Number 1 is the science behind the benefits of physical activity. So we will discuss is the science that behind the benefits of physical activity. So ano ba yung mga benefits, di ba? So we will discuss when we having a physical activity. Okay. Next is the evolution of physical education from a focus of physical strength to a holistic approach to well-being. So we will discuss the evolution of physical education from focus of physical strength to a holistic approach to well-being. So pag-uusapan din natin dito yung saan ba siya nanggaling hanggang sa magiging into holistic approach siya of well-being na ta. Okay, so number 3 is the legal and ethical foundation of physical education as fundamental right. So ano nga ba yung mga legal basis niya na kailangan nating sundin at gawin? So physical education, I thought when I was in high school something, I didn't know that physical education was part of our constitution. So we will discuss that. Okay. And number 4 is the societal importance of physical education. So gaano ga ba kahalaga yung physical education to our society, diba? Especially gaano siya kahalaga sa ating lipunan. And okay, we will discuss different types of physical activity, their benefits, kung ano ba yung mga types ng physical activity, and ano yung mga benefits nila, di ba? So, kailangan natin itatalagayan yan. Creating a personalized PATFIT plan. So, we having a personalized plan. So, kailangan natin siyang magkaroon ng plan to have a physical activity. Yan, okay. Is overcoming common barriers to physical activity. And kailangan din natin pag-usapan ano yung how to overcome common barriers na when it comes to the physical activity. Kasi ay yung mga barriers kasi ito yung mga hadlang na hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng physical activity. So isa na dyan example na leak, isa na pag humawa ka na ng gadgets, babad ka na, you forgot having a 30 minutes of activity or exercise, diba? Totoo yan. Okay, and the last is resources and support for your fat weight journey. And yun nga, if you don't have any resources or support from someone or having a physical activity or having a journey of fat weight, and technically ano siya nakakawalang gana siya if you don't have any support from any your friends, families, or from the loved ones rather. Okay. So, we will proceed to explain my subject. Okay. Number 1 is the cardiovascular health. Okay, alam natin, cardiovascular. So, it is part of our heart, di ba? Okay. Imagine your heart pumping strength and efficiency. Regular with physical activity strengthens your heart, improves blood flow, and reduces risk of heart disease and stroke, di ba? When we having a physical activity exercise, di ba? Nakakatulong to sa kalusugan natin, especially sa puso natin, that pumping our blood through our body, di ba? So napakahalaga niya. Okay. Okay, next we'll proceed to the musculoskeletal health. Okay. Feel the power of strong bones and muscles. Physical activity builds bone density, strengthens muscles, and improves joint health, reducing your risk of osteoporosis and falls, di ba? Imagine, di ba, when you having a physical activity, it helps also your bones. It will improve the risk of osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a disease of our bones, di ba? Especially kung matatanda na or ano, minsan nga kahit hindi naman matatanda na yun, sumasakit yung katawan nila because they are not physically fit. They say that pag hindi ka physically fit kasi doon na nagkakaroon ng conflict sa pangangatawan mo, especially to your bones. Nakakatayo tayo with the help of our bones. Without our bones, we cannot stand. We cannot do anything, di ba? Without our bones. So we need to push the physical activity to strengthen our bones to avoid the risk of osteoporosis, di ba? So that's all. Okay, next we metabolic health. Metabolic health. Take control of your blood sugar level. Physical activity helps regulate blood sugar, reducing risk of type 2 diabetes and improving overall metabolic health. So, basically, dun sa metabolic health, it will control the sugar levels of your blood, di ba? Reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay. So, iniiwasan nito yung type 2 diabetes, di ba? With the metabolic health, it will control our blood sugar levels. Okay. So, next, mental health. Okay. Experience the power of clear mind and positive mind. Physical activity reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. Improves mood and enhance your cognition function. So, when you're having a physical activity, it will also help it will reduce the stress. Also, there are two types of stress, diba? Positive and negative. But this negative is not good to our body, and we need to avoid that. And also the anxiety. When you have anxiety, you worried something like that. So with the exercise, it will avoid that anxiety and also the stress. And the depression. Also, the depression is not good for the person. It will destroy yourself when you have depressions. Also it will enhance our cognitive functions. So masasabi ko na pag nag-exercise ako, I mean before ako nag-exercise, yung parang mental block ako, wala akong iniisip, parang wala akong maisip as in. Pero nag-exercise ako, nag-exercise na ako, napawisan, tapos sinasanay ko na siya. nakapag-isip ako ng maayos. Technically, basically, sinasabi lang na it will enhance our cognitive functions. Yung pag-iisip natin, simply is that. Nakakatulong siya. So, exercise, physical activity, also not, kahit naman yung mga physical activity, mga gawaing bahay, nakakatulong yan to enhance our cognitive function, do? So, next, research evidence. The science is clear. Physical activity is a powerful tool for improving health and well-being. Okay. Studies shown that people who engage in regular physical activity are less likely to develop chronic disease, have a lower risk of premature death, and report high levels of well-being. So, technically, alam naman natin na yung mga physically fit kasi, they are a lower risk of a chronic disease, di ba? So, alam natin, yung, ano lang sila, although nakakasakit naman, but, lower risk. Yan. Pinabawasan lang natin yung risk sa katawan natin, diba? Magkaroon ng ganon. Okay. So, we'll proceed to the number 4, the discussion ng example points. Okay. The evolution of movement. So, according to Ambrosio et al. 2021, there was a time when physical education was considered as education of physical. Hence, a muscular physique was considered a physical educated body. The activities then was termed as drill. So, physically training and calisthenic. This all concept mean today as strengthen the muscles. So, napakatindi talaga. Kasi nga, napakatindi pa to dati. Yung, ano talaga, yung physical education dati. Kasi yung dati daw is talagang drill na siya eh. As in talagang pangmalakasan na, 'di ba? Yung old concept ng ng physical education. So talagang kung muscle talagang pagpatibayan ng katawan 'yun. That's a physical education ng mga panahon na 'yon. So it was called as yan. So a training, it's a drill. Tinatawag na talaga siyang drill ng mga nung old concept, yung kung saan nagsimula ang physical education. So, in modern physical education idiom, it is education through movement. Okay. Sinasabi ni Wunderlich 1967. Describe of movement as follows. So, sinasabi ni Wunderlich na noong 1967, yung modern physical education daw is it provides sensory data and also it broadens the perspective of horizon. Number 3 is to stimulate the functions and structure of the body organs. It is next, it is the means by which an individual learns about himself in relation to his adjacent environments. So, yung kasi kapag imagine it provide the sensory data, 'di ba? When you are taking the physical education, doon ka na nagkakaroon ng for example sa sport, nakipag-engage ka sa badminton. Technically, since you are engaging with a sport like badminton, you know the rules and how to play it, 'di ba? Alam mo yung rules, lumalawak yung kaalaman mo doon sa sport na yun, and definitely it provides a sensory data with that, di ba? Number 2 is the estimate function and structures of bodily organs. Alam natin na with you engaging a physical activity or let's say sports, it stimulates the function and structures of the bodily organs, di ba? Gumagala yung katawan natin and it stimulates the structures of the bodily organs, di ba? That's all. We will discuss a legal basis of physical education. So this is a crucial to discuss because it is a legal basis that part of our constitution, the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So according to the International Charter of Physical Education 1, stated in the Article 1 of Interdisciplinary Regional Meeting of Experts of Physical Education, UNESCO, cited by Brisbane, Australia noong 1982, The practice of physical education and sports is fundamental rights for all, and this right should not be treated as different in principle from the right to adequate food, shelter, and medical care. Sabi nila na this education is should and this right is should not be treated as different. So hindi natin sa pwede na iba yung physical education na to. Kung gaano kahalaga yung pagkain, kung gaano yung kahalaga yung tiraan, kung gaano kahalaga yung mga basic necessities natin na kinukonsume natin araw-araw ng mga kailangan ng tao. Also, this physical education is playing a crucial in our lives, di ba? Kung gaano siya kahalaga, kung gaano siya gaano kahalaga yung mga pagkain ng mga basic necessities, ganon din yung physical education. Kasi without physical activity or physical education, you might be high risk of any types of disease, di ba? Pwede kang magkakasakit, pwede kang magkakaroon ng iba't ibang sakit, di ba? Next, the School of Physical Education and Sports Development Act of 1969. In the Article 14, okay, Section 19, 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines stated that the state shall promote physical education and encourage sports program, league competition, and amateur sports, including training for international competition to foster self-discipline, teamwork, and excellence for the development of the healthy and alert citizenry. So it was part of our constitution. So basically, if that part is the constitution, it is mandated to take. It is mandated to implement to our schools. That's why of course in college there is a subject physical education. In fact, napakalawak ng physical education, kasi physical education is not about physical activities, but also it is also the dance and sports is also part of the physical education. So, also a physical education activity, we have a palarong pambansa or barangay liga and the sport clinics. So alam naman natin yung palarong pambansa, di ba? Dito na sinasalang yung mga nananalo sa mga school stool, tapos yung mga division, mga district, and also sino yung mananalo doon, and sinasalang sila pagkatapos sa district, NCR, and then pag sa NCR doon na sila sinasalang sa palarong pambansa. And the barangay league, alam naman natin sa bawat barangay may mga liga talaga na kailangang ginagawa nila. And number 3 is the sport clinics. Dito sa sport clinics na to, basically nandito yung mga professional coaches natin who are teaching the basic rules and the rules of sports on how to properly execute when you are in a sports na or you are a beginner. Yung mga parts ng exercise na it will give us a benefits. Okay. So the definition of aerobic activities is activities that elevate your heart rate and breathing for a sustained period. Think of it as getting your heart pumping, your lungs working. Okay. So, yung mga parts ng aerobic activity na to, okay, isang mga kasama dun is yung walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, dancing. Okay. Ito yung aerobic activity. Kasi nga, pag naglalakad ka, naglalakad ka, nagja-jogging ka. So, yung mga benefits ito improves the cardiovascular health, weight management, increase endurance, you feel more energized and capable of working on new challenges, di ba? Napapansin nyo kapag naglalakad kayo, di ba? Actually, may tinatawag tayong resistant, di ba? Resistant, ito yung kaya mo na, di ba? Parang halimbawa, naglalakad ka ng 1 kilometro. Ako technically dito sa Mandaluyong, kaya ko lakarin yung from Calentong to Shaw Boulevard, di ba? Noong una, siguro napapagod ako. So, kasi wala pa akong resistance eh. Hindi ko pa siya nagagawa. But then again, when I tried one time and then I tried second time, pag nagtry ako ng second time, it is called a resistance. Kasi nga, kaya ko na siya. Nagagawa ko na siya. Napapantayan ko na yung lakas na nakakailangan ko para makakarating ako dun sa lugar na yon. Ayun lang, sa lakad yun ha. So, yun. So, yun yung mga benefits kapag naglalakad ka and then masasanay ka. So, that is called aerobic activity. So, the conclusion, we explore science, history, and rise of the social impact of the physical activity. Part 1 isn't just about exercise. It's about embracing a holistic approach of movement that enhance your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, diba? It is about recognizing the physical activity. It is a fundamental right and a vital part of our health society. So, yun nga, physical activity, okay, is a fundamental right of a vital part of our a healthy society. So, technically, sinasabi lang na yung physical activity have a vital part to have a healthy society. Kasi kung alam nila na kung gaano kahalaga ang physical activity to have a physically fit, technically we have a healthy society. So, yun lang yung kailangan talaga malaman natin na gaano kahalaga yung physical activity sa ating lipunan. Okay. Embrace the power of movement. Start your Fatfit journey today and unlock a healthier, more vibrant life. Find activities that you enjoy, set holistic goals, and seek support along the way. Remember, every step you take is a step towards a more fulfilling life. So, technically, if you're having a vibrant life, a colorful life, you have to find the activities that you enjoy. Okay. Kasi what matter most is you enjoy that activity, at the same time you gain a physically fit, you benefit that activity, nagbe-benefit ka sa activity na yan, and definitely nag-i-enjoy ka. That's the most important. It is tandaan nyo na bawat step na ginagawa na akbang na ginagawa nyo, it will towards more fulfilling life. So, bawat gagawin natin, yun yung daan para sa magandang buhay, diba? Number 6 is the bibliography. Okay. So, bibliography because as I mentioned to the other video, I get all the information with one of the professor who are having a YouTube channels, and I'm having a notes for him. The name is Arnel A. Subido Jr. So, Professor Arnel A. Subido Jr. is have a YouTube channels. So, he posted 2 modules of Fatfit 1. So, he posted 2 modules, mainly module 1 and module 2. So, the title is the physical activity towards health and fitness, or Fatfit 1.